finger is done. It's no longer. I could like get away with murder with that no fingerprint.
Welcome back, my friends. We got Veronica here.
Hi.
Got Mario.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, his channel is linked below. We can finally say that, but leave in the comments what Mario's channel name should be, or if you have any ideas. We've been trying to think of them, and he's been coming up with some, but nothing just sticks. We wanted something that you can remember, and it tells, pretty much sums up his channel in 1 to 2 words. So we thought of a few, but today the goal is to get Veronica on her very first lucky craft fish. And then I also have a bait that I'm testing out that I want to see if we can maybe get a striper with. We just got one of the spots we want to hit today, and it's super windy, and there's a possible red tide. So so if this is still a video that we're uploading, then stay tuned. It should be good. All right, we'll catch you in a bit.
Before we jump into this video, don't forget Tuesday, July 16th, we will be having our first ever Hook to Cook meat and fish, and it's going to be at Guadalupe Beach, California at 7 a.m. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments below. You're more than welcome to come. Now, back to the video.
Yeah, this wind is just gnarly.
Thanks, Ed. Gale force winds, hurricane coming in. You gotta brave the storm, he says, Bob. Just go for it. I'm a little intimidated. It's a little scary out here, guys. A little scary.
Brand new waders.
Brand new waders. All fancy. All fancy.
Likewise. Look. We're twinning.
Fancy.
Twinning.
Oh, wait. They're all wearing
We got triplets. Oh, yeah. Quadruplets here.
Team Ed and Field and Streams.
But yeah, no, it's gale force winds here, guys. It's terrible. But hopefully it dies down. We're not gonna be able to throw the lucky crafts right at this moment, but if the wind does chill out, we will be able to. But for now, most of them are gonna try the Carolina rig. And then, I don't know, I might still make a couple casts into the wind. I'm probably gonna backlash like crazy though. It's trying something new. So if you guys wanna follow somebody who fishes the surf and tries new stuff quite frequently, definitely hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell. Today we'll be trying out the Yo Zuri Hydro Minnow. It's the LC. It's a 150 size, and it floats. And you know what's really impressive about this bait is it comes with 3x strong hooks straight out of the package with some really beefy split rings. And hopefully I don't lose this one. I have it paired with the Okuma Guide Select. I use this on the lake for swim baits. It's actually rated for 1 ounce to 5 ounce lures, and it's got this nice butt handle, so when you see me cast, it actually gives you a lot of leverage for the heavier baits. And of course, it's the Concept Z3 with 50-pound Power Pro braid now. No more Daiwa J braid. It's failed me way too many times. And then this rod has a long enough or big enough guide on the line guide to allow me to do an FG knot. So right here I have on 25-pound monofilament line. So we'll see how this setup does. Probably not going to perform super well in the wind, but we'll see. We'll give it a shot. All right, first cast, ridiculously windy. I'm gonna take it easy. I'm not gonna try to freaking huck it out there, but gosh, hopefully you guys can even hear this audio. Oh, not bad. Definitely not bad. No one's caught anything yet. We've been fishing probably 10 minutes so far, so we'll see if we can coerce some fish to have some fun with us. I hope we can.
Yeah.
He just asked me if I threw a lucky craft.
Go out like 4 feet?
No.
Huh? I just saw that. It went out like 5 feet, bro.
Well, I'm just trying to make sure that it's not going to snap before I try really hard. But it's a Yo Zuri. Woo. Yeah, dog. We'll see. All right. So Bobby just said he already got a little one. Little guy. All right. How do you like those waders?
Nice.
Nice.
Been dry.
Yeah, no.
Nice if I had a clip.
No. So he got a defective one out of the package. They come with these clips right here, and he's missing one.
No clip.
No clip.
This is a custom tie job.
Veronica's surgical tying. I'm gonna stick close to Veronica just in case she catches something. I'm not trying to cuck it all crazy. Hey, there's striper close too, bro. Don't forget it. So far though, this Yo Zuri feels good. I think if there are striper in the area, this could tempt them to bite. And then that's why it's nice to have this heavier action rod, because you could really drive these hooks home. So that's the goal. But again, I'm gonna stick pretty close to Veronica, so if she does catch something, we can all celebrate. So this Yo Zuri is slated to be a long cast version. That's what the LC on the package stands for. LC stands for long cast. And even in the wind, I'm actually not doing too bad now that I'm getting used to the weight and dialing in the rod. Right now in the wind, I'm probably getting it 20 yards conservatively. So I can just imagine once the wind starts dying down, I'll be able to get this to 40 yards or so. And that would definitely put it in the strike zone. Striper bite all the way to where the last wave breaks, so I'm feeling really confident in this lure. And it helps that George, Salty Slick Crew here on YouTube, or GQL on Facebook, it helps that he uses the mackerel pattern and he catches them on the SP Minnow. And this is supposed to be a competitor to Daiwa's SP Minnow, and the SP Minnow is very popular on the East Coast, and it does produce striped bass. So hopefully Yo Zuri hit the nail on the head with this bait. All right, I've been throwing this about 10 minutes now, and the casts are definitely getting farther and farther, which is good. So feeling good about it. My longest cast so far in this wind has been about 30 yards or so. So the setup's doing pretty good. And it's got that weight transfer system, so it's possible to really get that good dart action in the air instead of just helicoptering and getting all kinds of wind resistance. This bait actually cuts through the wind pretty well. So I'm really surprised and happy about it. That'd be cool to find a sardine pattern, or eventually if I can get like a nice airbrush kit, maybe airbrush it my own color. But this one is the mackerel pattern, which we have a lot of mackerel here in this area, so it's a really natural pattern to be throwing out here. Hopefully we could land something. That'd be great. That's always the goal. And with any weight transfer system bait, it's always a good idea to shake the lure so that the internal tungsten ball slides all the way to the bottom of the tail, so when you cast it, the lure leads with the tail. I mean, that's just a good way to think, is make sure the balls of the bait are all the way at the furthest southern point of the bait, so that when you cast it, it leads with the heaviest part and it doesn't like turn on you. And what I'm doing is I'm just constant retrieve until I can feel the resistance and feel the water resisting the bait as I bring it in. Yeah, we're gonna move. We're moving to another spot right now, just as an update. So Mario missed a few. Bob caught one and it was tiny. And I mean, there's 5 of us fishing here, and if that's all we're kind of getting, it's not worth it to stay. And what's weird is they're talking about not letting cars on here anymore, or off-highway vehicles. It might just be fake news. We really don't see it happening, but we're enjoying it while we can. All right, so Mario just dropped the bombshell. What did you just say?
The peak wind speed has already passed us, so it's gonna start to slow down here in just maybe in the next 20 minutes. It's not gonna go all the way down, but it's gonna be easier to cast. We might actually be able to throw that Lucky Craft.
That's what we want. That's what we want to do.
Is everyone throwing crusties?
Yeah, everyone right now is throwing crusties. Everyone's throwing crusties because of the wind. But once it dies down, we'll be able to go back to the plugs. Actually, the Yo Zuri that I've been throwing, I'm really impressed. I've been able to throw it out there. So once the wind dies down, I'm definitely going to be able to get 40 yards or so pretty easily. So I'm excited about that. And the spot that we're heading to right now is where we've caught our striped bass. One for Bobby, and then one, you know, old news, mine for, I don't know, long time ago. It feels like a long time ago.
We need to get Mario on his.
I'm due. I'm
He's
ready.
He's definitely due.
I'm due. I've been praying to the gods of the sea. Let me get this striped bass off my back.
Yeah. Well, he's got a halibut, so you guys should check out that video if you haven't yet. Mario's halibut. That was a good one. All right, guys, we'll see you on the spot. Let's go. You laugh now. Just wait. You're laughing now, Bob. Bob's making fun of me for throwing this lure. We'll see who has the last laugh. I'm feeling really good about it. All right, we're about 10 minutes into fishing this new spot, and the water action looks really, really good. I'm really surprised that nobody out of us has yet caught a fish. Well, out of this spot, because Bob caught one on the other spot. We missed a couple on the other spot, so whew, that was a good wave. But yeah, hopefully it turns on when the wind dies down. And peak high tide is in about 30 minutes, so we're still seeing that incoming tide. But I really feel like the red tide might be a bigger factor than we're making it, so hopefully that's the case. A lot of this footage must have been very foggy because the wind is blowing all of the mist our direction, so it's getting all over the camera lens. Man, these conditions are far from ideal.
Right here, Veronica just missed
You
one.
lost a leg? It'll still work. That means something grabbed it.
Huh?
That means something grabbed it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know, I felt it, but when I pulled it back, I was like,
That something small grabbed the leg and freaking took the leg.
ate it.
Jerk.
Should I try the lucky crab or not yet?
No, not yet. It's still too windy.
Too windy?
Yeah, unless you want to. You want to give it a try?
Yeah.
We'll tie on a lucky craft. So yeah, the original plan for today, before we realized how windy it was to get Veronica on her first lucky craft fish. So we're gonna let the wind die down as she's casting it. We're just explaining to everybody that today's goal is to get your first lucky craft fish.
Yes. And
So.
I have a little crusties on there, and you got
Yeah.
the leg bit off.
The crusty got bit off by a fish, so we'll tie on a lucky craft for the first time for Veronica, and hopefully we can witness her first ever lucky craft fish. She's never caught a fish on a plug, and for those who have, you guys know it's a great feeling, and that'd be a great feeling to share with Veronica. So what you're gonna want to do, so make sure your bail is like this on the top, directly 12 o'clock. Grab it, make sure that it's down, grab the butt, and you want the flex. So a lot of your power comes from right here, and then the tip just follows. So this is where your power zone is. So you just, and then when it hits the water, just catch up to it fast. See, and then sometimes you can go here, and if you want more line, just pull it until it's like 2 feet, and you can, but it is windy, so it makes it hard.
Like
Yep,
that?
like that, perfect. If your lure is in the water and that closes, you might lose your bait. So that's the importance of that. Oh my gosh, guys, I just saw some minnows in the water right now in one of the waves. So that is a good sign. Could be some smelt, something that these striped bass could be chasing. So that could be a game changer right now. Those little fish are running. Even that seagull tried to grab one right now. So hopefully that bait attracts the bigger fish. And thank goodness we switched over and Veronica's throwing the lucky craft. So we might see some good action. There's some birds diving right there right now. Oh my gosh, we are in prime position. Hopefully we can see some good action right now. We've been at the spot maybe 30 minutes now and still nothing, but seeing that sign of life is definitely an optimistic sign. All right, it's peak high tide in about 6 minutes and it's still super light out. It's usually nice if peak high tide is right as the sun is setting. I really like that. So we'll see how this goes. By the time the sun sets today, we'll be about 2 hours out on an outgoing tide. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. But I'm still hucking the Yo Zuri, and again, I'm just super impressed with how this whole thing is casting, even in windy conditions like this. It's crazy. It's cool to see. Really impressive. What? You got a bite? Oh, nice. Veronica got her first bite. All right, let's see it. Hopefully she can get her first fish. Maybe the bite's gonna turn on, guys. She got her first bite on her Lucky Craft. That's a good feeling. So it's funny because when you get a bite, it just rejuvenates your excitement. If you go hours without a bite, slowly but surely your enthusiasm starts to wane. All right, so another observation about this Yo Zuri is that it has a really wide action. The Lucky Craft has this kind of shimmy action, but this one actually, the body moves side to side. So to me, the more action just means that it's more of a summertime bait when the fish are less lethargic. And today the air temps were in the 70s, probably mid 70s during the day. Water should be in the mid 60s. So I think that gives me a little bit more confidence in this as well. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it definitely has a wider action than the Lucky Craft. Yeah, the wind's definitely died down a little bit, so we're happy about that. All right, Mario just got a little tiny guy. Bruce got a little tiny guy. They're all kind of bait size, which is good. Seems like they can get eaten. Okay, that's a good sign. All right, so Mario just let me know that Veronica just missed another one. So the bite's turning on, and the chance of Veronica's first Lucky Craft fish is very high right now. So let's stay close in case she hooks up.
A bite? It might get better, like right. They always hit it real good right when it's getting dark. That's tough. It's tough love today, dude.
Even if the wind would just die, that'd be.
Well, it's not even that bad. It's not super bad.
Earlier it was super bad. Hey, these waders are pretty game changer, huh?
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
I like them. It'd be nice if I had a fucking.
I saw that. Bobby caught one and he's like, finally! And then right when he said it, it popped off. All right, maybe the bite is turning off. Good sign, good sign. Dude, I'm happy with this Yo Zuri. The action's nice. I'm getting good distance now. This is all striper right here. Nothing's gonna bite this other than a striper. Right there too. I saw that. Bob just had another one on. Let's go, Bob. Let's go, Bob. Got him? Came on? Still on? Oh, he got a little one. That is the biggest one all day. It's kind of sad, but... Oh, wow.
Dude, I'm afraid of the trebles, dude.
He's got all the trebles. I don't know. I'm thinking of throwing the bucktail on.
Are you?
Yeah. I have a glow-in-the-dark bucktail. All right, guys, so Bobby just got one, and I think it's time for me to switch it up. Tried just this bucktail really quick. I found it at Dick's. It's a 2-ounce bucktail, and it actually has a glow head right there. And I found these Zoom worms that are like 8-inch worms. I don't think I'm gonna use the whole worm. I think I'm just gonna use part of it just to add a little bit of secondary action. But I've never thrown jigs out here, so this will be really cool, and the head glows in the dark, so we'll see how it goes. All right, here it is, guys, final product. And it does have that glow in the dark head, so I'm gonna be throwing this into the night. That's the plan, but if I just totally don't like the action, I'll tie that other bait back on. But I basically cut about 2 inches off that worm, just so it's protruding about 3 inches past the hook. So hopefully that gets slurped. And then check this out. This is a glow bait. Yep, definitely glows in the dark. Get that UV light on it. That's extra attraction. All right, let's cast this thing. All right, Bruce got one. Hopefully it's big. All right. Hey. There you go. There. Got himself free. Oh, nice.
Okay.
What color is that?
Sexy smelt.
Ooh.
Ooh. Pretty sexy. Got the last rubber. Nice.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir. There we go. Look at that. What are you tossing?
Bucktail.
Okay.
I want that striper, dude. That's all I want. Bucktails are probably better for deeper water. I'm gonna save this for a deep water excursion. I threw this about 15 minutes. I know that's not a lot of time, but the more I throw it, I just realize it's right on the bottom. Come on, striper. That's all I want. This is the time, right now. Right now. So these striper here, they're rare, but it seems like they have a feeding window. Both the stripers that we caught in this area were literally as the sun was going down. It was like the last 15 minutes of sunlight, and that's the window that we're in now. So it's just a matter of making as many well-placed casts as possible and try to maximize your chances and maximize the time your lure is actually in the water, and don't get seaweed on it. But that's the way we got to think, is when that window of opportunity happens, you got to try to take full advantage of it, like right now. Well, here's a size comparison. Lucky Craft versus the 150 size. Right there, 110, 150. All right, as the sun goes down, you can't help but think the striped bass have eluded us once more. There's still time though, still time. We've actually caught them after dark. So literally it's about a 30-minute window of feeding activity. What is it? What is it? Big old perch. This is literally the first keeper tonight. Wow, that's a good one. Bro, that's a good fish. Oh yeah, very nice.
On that smelt, baby.
Dude.
That sexy smelt.
That thing is gargantuan. Here, hold it up. Oh yeah, that's a good sign right there.
Yeah, half my body. It's a good sign, man. Let's go.
Dude, look at that.
Hour.
Jeez, all right.
Hour to go. Let's go.
Let's do it. 15 3/4? Hell yeah. That's a nice fish. What? That's your PB? Nice. Bruce just got his PB right now. 15 3/4. Heck yeah. I know, guys, I know that I am greatly reducing my chances of catching anything by throwing such a big bait. I mean, this is 1 1/4 ounces, and it's about almost 7 inches long, and it's just got a big bulky profile. So the chances of me catching a surf perch are very unlikely, unless it's like the world record surf perch. But what I'm targeting today and for the next while is gonna be striped bass. So I don't mind. No risk, no reward. I'm risking not catching anything and just skunking, but at least I get to watch my friends catch some big fish, so I'm not mad. This is good. But one of these days, it will pay off for me with a nice big striped bass on a 150 sized plug on the bass gear. Wow, now that the wind died down, I'm like casting easy 40 yards almost every single time. This is awesome. It's a good setup. I know it's getting dark, but I just wanted to say about this bait that it lives up to its name. It has LC in its name, and LC stands for long cast. And once this wind died down, I've been able to chuck this bait 40 plus yards, and it even casted pretty well in the wind. We were in about 15 mile an hour, 17 mile an hour winds, and I was still getting in about 20 yards. And right now the wind has totally died, and I'm really getting this past the second, even the third break. So I'm pretty happy with this thing, and I can see it performing well. Nobody else caught any really, except Bruce's good keeper. He got that 15 3/4 inch fish. But yeah, this is definitely a lure that you guys should check out. Again, it comes with stock, really heavy hooks, but don't think you're gonna catch perch with it. This is gonna be something that, if something's gonna bite it, it's gonna be a big fish. But overall, I'm happy with the action and the performance of it. If there were any big striper or anything in that category, we would have gotten bit today, that's for sure. But this is probably one of the least eventful videos that we've put out. But you know what? I've decided we gotta share the good, the bad, the ugly. And this falls in between bad and ugly.
2 and a baby.
2 and a baby? Yeah. 2 good size?
Not keeper size.
No. It was a rough bite.
So what happened?
At first it was just me.
Did you at least feel a fish?
Yes, I did.
A couple of them, huh?
Yes, I did. So I found one on the crusty, and then I felt one on the Lucky Craft and just started jerking, and then I was like, oh, and I started reeling and backing up, and it like popped off.
Yeah.
I was like, ah!
I saw the disappointment in your face.
I
It was like,
know.
oh my gosh, you had that.
This is done. This finger is done. It's no longer. I could like get away with murder with that no fingerprint.
On just one finger.
On just one finger.
She can murder somebody with one finger and not get caught because the braid sanded off her fingerprint. But yeah, no, it was an interesting day, but mission accomplished checking out that Hydro Minnow. That bait's definitely worth checking out in my opinion. Cast really well. It lived up to the name, long cast. They named it the LC. And then I threw that probably 99% of the time, 15 minutes maybe with the bucktail, but it was just too shallow for the bucktail, being a 2-ounce bucktail. And then, what else? Oh, how'd you do, Mario?
1 baby on the crusties, and then 2 small juveniles on the Lucky Craft, both on the 110. But it's super windy this afternoon, like crazy hurricane force winds.
Yeah.
And then like right when the sun started to go down, we had some nice calmer conditions. But I mean, the waves were good. The tide was nice. It just didn't pan out today. So
It was a rough
I don't know.
Yeah, so we don't always kill it, guys. We don't always kill it, although it seems like it, but it's all good. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.